Welcome to the wonderful world of art, known for such hits as this, or possibly this, I guess. I don't know if it counts. Art is weird because much like my pasty, out-of-shape body, it has no true definition. And yet somehow a subcategory of society has deemed that most art has beautiful meaning and is worth objectively millions of dollars. For example, take this painting from Gustav Klimt. Obviously, it's expressing the sensuality of women's bodies as well as the power that comes with the same-sex relationship, right? I mean, that's what Wikipedia says, and that's enough subtext to get you $170 million at auction. So he knows what he's doing. That being said, my dumb, yokel, hillbilly, white trash, backwards ass brain cannot handle the fact that this is worth like a bunch of these. Like you can buy a bunch of roller coasters for the price of this, and that seems like a bad trade. So I'm just gonna come out and say that art is a scam. Just big blanket statement to start this video. Because if art is subjective, then how can something be objectively worth millions of dollars? It seems like there's some kind of tax scheme going on here. In this video, I'm going to try my best to get to the bottom of my thoughts on the matter, but also, like a true American, I'm going to attempt to profit off of something I don't understand. In this video, I'm going to paint a masterpiece, find a renowned art person, and see how much money I can sell my piece of art for, which means I'll have to go outside. But I will cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. So to begin, I want to find out just exactly how much I can sell my art for. And in order to do that, we're going to have to... God damn, my hair is pissing me off. And in order to do that, we're going to have to look at other art pieces that seem low effort, but made a lot of money. And I know the art purists are going to get mad at me because it's a very common thing to talk shit about modern art, but some of this is, you know... It's stupid, so we're gonna talk about it. So now, once again, it's time for America's favorite game show, Guess That Obscene Price. Let's take a look at some art that makes me angry to begin with, and then take a look at the price and get even angrier. Up first, we have this piece of art titled Untitled by Ellsworth Kelly. So lazy they couldn't even title it. It's also known as Blue, Yellow, Red, which, you know, the laziness doesn't stop. I would assume that this is someone trying out sample colors for their kitchen wall, or, you know, just ripping off the flag of Chad. But no, it's a very famous artwork. If you guessed $200,000 for this piece of art, it's actually $1 million. I fooled you, and we're all angry together. Up next, we have a piece of art called 1 Mint VI, and I know that's a Roman numeral, but I cannot remember if that's a 4 or a 6. It's by Barrett Newman, and it is objectively 2 big blue squares. Something that I have seen toddlers accidentally draw. Now, I'll give you a hint. This one is more expensive than the last one, so everyone place their bids. Take your time. It is, oh my god, $43.8 million for this. I will never see that much money in my life. Up next, we have another untitled painting by Christopher Wohl. Well, it's actually not untitled. It's untitled, parentheses, Riot, like it's moving out, parentheses, Anthony song. I don't get why people do this. Now, this painting, big parentheses, looks like something you would buy at Spencer's Gifts, like a t-shirt or a poster for $10. The most expensive this design would be a piece of merch from Riot Fest, maybe $60 on a hoodie. Now, this one could be inexpensive. They don't all have to be expensive, so, you know, keep that in mind when you place your bid, all right? Okay, what do you think it is? It's $30 million. I tricked you again. You look like a moron. And then we have this one called Potato by Kevin Abosh. It doesn't matter. It sold for $1 million. A potato. A potato. I had a friend back in Chicago who would paint food all the time, like steaks, and that was way more impressive. And then we have another painting that is not titled by Cy Twombly. That is not a real name. What's the price on this one? No. No fucking way that's the price. $70 million. $70 million. Who? So clearly we've learned that I have to put in exactly 0 effort in order to become a millionaire with my art. I don't even have to title the damn thing. I don't even have to name it. And I think that if I do name it, it's gonna go down in value according to this list. Holy hell. So now that I know how much I could possibly make by just putting in 0 effort, I am now fully motivated to make my own art. Oh yeah, that's the future. I do want to mention though, I did not understand how expensive art supplies were. I bought 3 tubes of paint, a canvas, and one of these fucking things, as well as a brush, and all of that came out to an unbelievable amount of money. So I need to make profit off this painting, otherwise I am in the red for sure. So while I do this painting, I want to talk about some things about the art world that deeply upset me. Number one, it's the idea that I could have done that. Now, I know that's like one of the cringiest things you can say to someone in the art world, because it's like going to the Olympics, watching the pole vault, and saying you could do that without any prior experience. But I don't know, man. You know, some of that stuff, dude, that we talked about earlier, it's ridiculous. And also, I went to the Guggenheim recently, which is like this big New York City art museum, and I was blown away by the exhibit they had on there. It was garbage. It was called like Passing Infinity or something, and it was just a bunch of wires taped together to like make 3D shapes. which it looked like TJ Maxx decor. I'm not saying I could do like the Sistine Chapel or the Mona Lisa, but you know, I could do, you know, Jason Pollock. Number 2, I think it's bullshit that art gets more expensive depending on the tragic backstory of the dude or dudette or non-binary dude-arena. I mean, first of all, if I have to read that little thing next to the picture in the art museum to make it a good picture, then it's not a good picture. God, sometimes I say words and just know I'm a moron. But also, it's like super exclusionarily, it keeps people out. Like a normie can't get up there and pump out some pure gold. They have to have like their dad beat them as a kid, or they have to be schizophrenic. That's stupid. It's stupid how that works. Also, off topic, but I feel like performance art is someone just being a dick in public. I don't have a lot of evidence for this one, but every time I see someone do performance art, it makes me so irrationally angry. Like, how badly do you need the attention? How badly do you need to be taken seriously? Like, what I'm doing right now is attention whoring. I get that. It's embarrassing. But I don't think there's some bigger thing going on here. I'm not pretending that I'm a genius. I'm painting a really shitty painting and just trying to get laughs out of you people. For example, according to my notes, a Japanese artist named Mao Sugiyama had his surgically removed and then served at an upscale dinner party, apparently to raise awareness for asexual people. The piece was named Testicle Banquet, and he went to jail. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm using a desk as an easel because I bought the paint and realized I couldn't afford an easel. But it worked out because this is a baller standing desk that is good for your health and posture. And I'm about to do an ad read. I'd like to introduce you to my new premium standing desk E7 from FlexiSpot. Do you have the posture of a bridge troll? Are you constantly getting a dead leg from being sat at your computer for hours on end? Having a standing desk can help you improve your posture, health, and productivity. It's height adjustable, so you can move it from sitting to standing and find the right height for you. The desk is incredibly stable, especially when it's in a standing position, and it can hold up to 355 pounds, which means I can trust it's safe to bear all of my equipment. It is honestly crazy how often I use the standing feature of the standing desk. I like sitting a lot, so I thought I wouldn't want to be standing all the time. But when I'm sitting here editing videos all day and just sitting, my energy is becoming pent up, and then I just start losing my mind. But it's just a quick touch of a button and we're moving up. We're going up, and look how effortless this is and so quick, and now we're up here. A second ago we were down there. Due to the magic of editing and the magic of the FlexiSpot, we're up here now. Now, does this desk magically make me more, you know, motivated to do work? No, but it does make my back pain a lot more bearable. Also, another thing about this desk is I do a lot of cable management because I can't figure out how to make my desk look nice, and lifting this thing up helps my back because I don't have to crawl under it like some kind of rodent. Thanks to the power of motors, I can fit under here comfortably and fix the wires that I will never fix because I'm so lazy. The E7 is a game changer for my productivity levels whenever I use it to write scripts or edit or just play video games a lot. I feel so much more engaged with what I'm doing. I've also noticed how much it improved my posture. It made me feel like I had more energy throughout the day. With a 30-day return policy and a 15-year warranty, you've got nothing to lose. Click the link in my bio and give it a try. Okay, back to the video. And last but not least, with my reasonings for art being stupid, it's just pretentious. It's just, the whole thing is pretentious. I'm from New England, where they stomp out creativity like it's a weed. If I went outside wearing a beret for more than 3 hours, I would have strangers knocking down my door trying to let me know that I need to take it off, using colorful language such as slurs. I just feel like if you make art and you believe that art is beautiful and meaningful and you feel like that art is gonna change the world, then you need to shut the fuck up. You need to shut the fuck up. Art can only be made, in my opinion, on accident or with the level of humility that has never been experienced before. You just can't go into it acting cool. You have to, I don't know how to explain it. Does that make sense? I'm almost done with this painting. Okay, it is finished, I believe. I was using oil paint, and I don't know the difference between oil and acrylic, and apparently oil does not go away with water. So I just kept mixing the same colors over and over again because I couldn't not do that. The guy at the art store should have warned me of that, but here it is. Untitled. I started with a penile shape, and I wanted to go in a different direction because I don't want to get demonetized, so I made it into a pigeon. Well, originally it was a penguin, and then I messed up and made its stomach maroon, so then it's a pigeon. And then I painted a tree next to it because I don't know how to draw nothing else besides trees and pigeons, apparently. I think it's really good, though. I'm actually really proud of what I did here. So now that I have this and my hands are covered in oil paint, it is time to get it appraised. Now I just have to get someone smart or stupid enough to give me $3 million in appraisal so that I can give this to a museum and get a tax write-off. But who would that be? So today I went to Washington Square Park to speak with Isa. Isa is a critic of both art and the art world as a whole, and I have yet to say her last name only because I don't want to make her upset at my horrible pronunciation. Although I did not obtain any B-roll of her, the park, or the city because I was terrified to be outside and I'm just going to use stock footage, I was able to obtain some valuable information from this rising star in the art community. She was kind enough to meet me and appraise the art, as well as answer some of the bigger questions I have about art, such as, what is art?
You could say that everybody in the world has a different answer to this.
Like, give me the right one.
The right one, okay. So if you judge the right one by the one that like art authorities will say.
What are art authorities?
People who are the most widely published. There are people that control major institutions. There are people that have a lot of monetary benefit to get out of selling art for the highest price they can. Those are the people you're looking after. Well, often referred to as art is an expression of human creativity meant to convey some type of message.
I got 2 of those words.
Okay.
The rest of it was right over my head.
Okay. But it changes from person to person. I don't have one answer as to what art is for myself.
Whatever, moving on, I guess.
I was gonna ask you, what is art to you in your experience?
Like the Lego movie. So I created this painting.
Okay.
After everything you just said, I feel like this would be considered good art.
Okay. Okay.
Just say it. Just say it's good art.
Okay. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, so.
I'm not gonna do that.
All right, that hurt. Let's break this down. So why wouldn't this be considered good art?
I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. First of all, can I ask you, what did you intend to convey with this piece?
I like pigeons. If I'm gonna try and sell this for a lot of money, I probably have to come up with like a good convincing story.
Oh yeah.
Let's say that I was attacked by a pigeon as a child.
Okay.
And there was a tree there when I was a kid, and I hid in the tree, and the pigeon looks very tall in this picture.
Yeah, this is a very tall pigeon.
Yeah, not because I don't have any idea of like, frameworks. It's just because to me, the pigeon was gigantic. And that's why the tree has all these colors that are like kind of muddy. Okay. It's to describe a child's anguish. Okay. So did you not pick up on any of that at all?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. But the more you talk about that, I am getting a Philip Guston-esque.
I know who that is.
Great. Okay. I could see a world in which a painting like this would be commenting on a sort of childish fear.
Not this world?
A world very close to this world. How long have you been painting?
What time is it? Now that we know that this art is possibly good.
There's shreds of good to it.
The reason I made this art, and you can't pretend like I didn't tell you this, but I do want to make some money. In the grand scheme of things, like I've seen some pieces go for millions of dollars that I would say are on par.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, in that sense, where would you place this on the pricing scale?
Not millions. Not millions.
Hundreds of thousands.
I would put this in the realm of $10, $15.
Okay.
How many followers do you have?
I got 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
Okay. Do you sell merch ever?
No.
Okay, so this would be the only thing somebody could have. Nobody else could have done it.
As a mentally ill, first attempt, probably last one.
Which does make it more exclusive. I'm gonna raise the rate. $300.
$300?
$300.
God damn.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going for 3 mil. That's what I was looking to do in this video.
Okay.
But that is, after the conversation we just had, and you kind of destroyed my art soul, I think that, 3 million was off the table. Yeah. 300 is now way higher than I ever thought I would get.
Yeah. That is a highly exclusive item.
I gotta sell merch. I know you said $300.
Yeah.
I've learned that rich people buy art as a tax write-off. So all I need is a professional art curator. Is that the word?
Close.
To just tell me that my art is worth a lot.
Yeah.
And then I can donate it to a museum and get 3 million in kickbacks.
Yeah.
And you're like one of those people.
No, that's not me. I'm not gonna do that.
You just mean you're not gonna do it, or you're not one of those people?
Both. It's both. But also, I doubt that you're gonna get someone to do that.
But why though?
Because nobody in the art world knows who you are, and nobody will have any respect for what you do. That came out a lot harsher than I meant it, but it's true. That's what they're gonna tell you, though.
Well, it was great talking. It was great talking to you, Issa. Thank you so much. I learned a lot about art today.
I'm really glad. That's my goal. I do for hours.
Thank you so much. How much would you pay for it?
That's worth like $200.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Good job on your first painting.
Thank you, bro, I appreciate that. So sadly, this is not worth $3 million, and sadly, I'm going to have to pay all of my taxes this year. But I think I learned a lot from Issa, namely that art isn't as one note and way more complicated than I originally thought. She also taught me that art has no real intrinsic value, which is important, I guess, but that is until you auction it off. Bidding starts at $200 per Issa's suggestion, so throw your best offers in the comments for your chance to win this historic first attempt at art by a mentally ill savant. Please, for the love of God, you Google how much art supplies cost. It is insane. And don't forget to check out FlexiSpot's website for their standing desks and ergonomic chairs. I really recommend this brand. It's high quality and it helped my workflow and my mental health and also my physical health. All from a desk. Give it a shot.